All right, welcome back. I think last time we took care of basically a dungeon and a tower here in the secret Consecrated Snowfields. I don't know if it's actually called Consecrated Snowfields or if that's what this area up here was called, and I'm just conflating the two. But yeah, we were able to get the, they show you the answer here. You get the creatures to fight each other, and you can do that by using crystal darts. There's certain enemies in the game that if you hit them with enough crystal darts, they sort of turn on each other. One of them is those enemies. I think like the giant golem guards that, shoot giant bows in certain places. I feel like I'm about to be attacked. I think they can turn on each other, but don't quote me on that. So anyway, that's what you do. You hit one with a crystal dart, you get them near the other, and then next thing you know, they fight. I don't know how long they have to fight for, or if it's how many, but eventually it just trips the... the lock and says, hey, you've completed this. Now, again, I know I've whined about this snow. Basically, I'm trying to make my way back down, but because I can't see, I'm not 100% sure. So there's two things here. One you can see up ahead is the map. Two, at some point there was a caravan. I feel like the sun's sort of breaking through. Does that mean I'm getting towards the end? Might be. Didn't get the caravan, but I think the caravan makes its way down here eventually. Let me just put this on there. Let's get that map. Oh, okay, I can see it. I'm curious, this usually means a developer. Yeah, I don't know if that's sort of like a heads up, like, hey, holy damage is extremely effective here. Or if it's telling me something else. But let's go get this map. I think this is the penultimate map section. Maybe it's the last one. I wasn't sure if there's a separate one for here, but it seems like we just got it. This is the Halleck tree. This is sort of... This is where Melania is. I thought this was its own map, but I guess not. So I think this might be it. This is the whole map. As you can see, you remember when we started this thing, this game very cleverly keeps you, like, it sort of prevents you from zooming out too much, but it lets you zoom out more depending on how many of the maps you... So I remember when I first started this game, I thought, oh, the world is this and the Weeping Peninsula, and that's great. That's, that's so big compared to your typical Souls game. And then what you actually get is just something that I would say rivals, if not surpasses, any open world game out there. So anyway, we've gotten the last map then, I guess. Oh, these things. I do not enjoy those. Let's see if this one gets on one of the wolves. Oh. Oh, that did not take very long. I don't know if there's a Stake America or if it's going to put us back up at the top. I'm not sure where. It's the way in. We want to get out. I should have hunted for a... Should have hunted for a site of grace so I wouldn't have to do this again. And it's dumb because I'd almost rather miss whatever is here in the fog than track it down, because whatever it is, there's a very good chance that it's not going to be that important to what I'm doing. You know, I have a lot of this, unless there's like ancient somber dragon stones just laying around everywhere. So I feel like this guy is a bit of a trap. Or there was a guy that would take off running, and the next thing you know, it's leading you into the arms of one of the wolf riders. I wonder if those wolf riders are easier on horseback as you get away from them, but you can't dodge the... I mean, you can't block the arrows, so I don't know which is better. Okay, so luckily we've got the map now, so at least we can sort of tell where there's gaps in the ridge lines, I guess. So that does make it a little more navigable. So yeah, there are certain aspects of this game that will annoy me to the point where it overrides the fun I get from exploring. Here we go. Well, that's a little easy. Okay. I knew that makes its way down here. Let me see. What I like to do, and it's a pretty, you know, it's not some great insight, but working your way from the back is always a good tactic. Now this one's rear guard is two of those guys that are bleed rapiers with really potent flame crossbows. Nope. Why did it not switch? All right, that's a start. Let's see. Now I know, at least last time there was a pretty heavy-duty sword guy, but I'm not seeing him here. See if I can get a couple of backstabs in or something. Oh, interesting. So I wasn't looking that closely, obviously, at my health bar. I'll be curious if I spot check this and hit that moment. Did he just do massive damage, or was I pretty wounded? So I lost 12,000 souls, which is whatever. I think it was around 12. I mean, yeah, just from the things I killed, I think on that last run I got 8. So, you know, we need 75,000 souls or whatever to level, but you can see that we're starting to get... It's scaling, right? You know, sort of having some interesting issues with my controller. Like I've said, I've always wanted to just use a PS5 controller, but at least Elden Ring, and maybe I should try games where I can somehow confirm that it works, but Elden Ring never converts the button prompts. I don't know if any game does, but there is a way to like set it in Steam, like, hey, I'm using a PS5 controller, so in my head that tells me, yeah, and then somehow we give you the different prompts, but maybe that's not the case. If you wonder what I'm doing, I'm sort of waiting to let everything go by so again I can come at it the way I did last time, but maybe not so stupidly. Nope. Again, these things, you know, maybe I could tank a hit from the crossbow bolt, but I get really nervous just because they can be so deadly. Oh, that's a nice opening. I was curious if they were going to let me get that close. Now that was kind of lucky. I feel like if he could have easily killed me with one hit. It was just, you know, I was a little quicker. So that guy's the trumpet. So let's see if we can blow him up. Yeah, it's shocking how fast I died to this guy. So let me just see if... Let's not mess around. That looks like a sword. Is that guy with the hat also a sword, or is he a trumpet? I don't think I'm seeing any other trumpets. Nope, we don't need to be that close to cast a... Keep forgetting. Again, magic's new to me. I thought I had the flail going. I don't think I can do this until you stop it. Yeah. Okay. You're like, why not? But I get it. Okay, let's see how this goes. I wonder if this is just how they respond to magic. Like they don't respond. It's also interesting that it seems like they can break their chains when they're attacked. But like this guy just gives up, but if I were to attack him, maybe he would actually... Oh. I don't know if I got what I... That's not what I want to do. So now I'm confused. Did I get it? Yeah, I have no idea if that counted. So now in certain parts of this map, those things are going to pop up, I believe. But I believe they are controlled by something. So if you can kill what controls them. I just don't know what controls them. In some places I know it's these, in this area there's like these, there's some creature, Albinarex? I don't know if that's the one in this area or not. Now again, as I love that singing, it also tells me that there's creatures here that are tough, like the flying poison. I think these are just the things that give you full health back, so I don't know why I'm... The one I need is over here, if they're just replenishing. This could go badly. Well, at least I got my flask refilled, right? All right. Okay, so I have no idea if it gave me credit for tackling the caravan. Now, I think the thing about the caravan is it's, as you can see, it's back. Even when you, I think even when you beat it, it stays. You know what I mean? The caravan itself doesn't go away. It's just that obviously the treasure's picked up and you're done. I was gonna say it was a little annoying that I got hit by that thing, but the reality is that that was my fault. Let me see if I can hit it and get out of there. I can't tell because that's airborne if it's actually something different. All right, this has been an embarrassing start. I'm just not paying attention. I'm getting sort of tunnel vision at the thing I'm trying to do, instead of paying attention to my surroundings. Oh, interesting. Night ahead, but try night. So I wonder if there's another of the black knights that guard. I don't know if I've ever seen that one. Let me see if I can get this stuff to fire off. I can. I just can't dodge it. All right. I wonder if I had gone around the rock, maybe. So there's a lot of important stuff over in that area. a lot. I don't know, but there's some things over there that are useful. There's a teleporter. There's some invaders. One of the invaders I think gives you a an ancient dragon stone, or maybe an ancient somber dragon. It's one that's you really need. So let me see if I go around the rock. So if they all fired off, then they're gone. Okay. Now that we've done that, let's just see what's here. Okay. Probably not worth it, but what are you going to do? That's going to be a mine, I think, so maybe there's some useful things there. There's ruins, which will probably have some stuff that are worth it. Like I said, there's some invaders. There's a teleporter. I'm going to say this is, I don't want to say it's like a slog in a, like necessarily a bad way, but my memory of it is that there's some really tough creatures there. Is this where the mine was? Mines are always, I feel like I'm just circling. Or did you have to get lower? Mines are always good, obviously, because you get crafting material, and I'm hoping one at this kind of late stage area would start giving you the stuff that, the good stuff, so to speak. This feels like a merchant. So the trick is, because I was, okay, now it lets me. As I say, it wasn't letting me pull up my map. That's, if you're wondering why, I was just circling around like a moron. Yeah, let's take a look in here. So yeah, the things I'm looking for now are... Oop. Somber smithing stones of the 8 and 9 variety. Probably 9. Let me just... I know this is dumb, but let me go back up. I feel like that was the highest one. I wonder if there's a million people that do exactly what I just did. You think you're making the jump one way and you completely miss. Let's see if we can try that one more time. And I'm only being so particular because, again, like if there's anywhere that's gonna have crafting materials that are useful, it's this kind of high level mine. So I just want to make sure I'm not missing something. I don't even think I had any. Is that to it? Okay. It's a good start. Interesting. All right, so there was nothing to that. That's not usual. I feel like usually, maybe I totally missed it, but Now here's an interesting, usually we get the pickaxe folks. Here they're already dead, so curious bit of environmental storytelling potentially. That's a mispress of a button. Yeah, so I was saying, like, I wanted to see about the PlayStation 5 stuff because, yeah, I think it's going to be from the other side. Because I was having some interesting issues. I think it was yesterday again. I lose track of when I record these because sometimes I'll record a bunch in a row. And I was having issues with the A button on my Xbox controller, but it didn't seem to be universal. It was in this game and maybe one other. And again, after all that drama with the graphics card, like when something's uncertain, when I can't get it to be consistent, that's what gets me to go like, okay, what am I doing? Like I want it to work consistently, and when it doesn't, I'm out. So it's another reason why I'm hoping to get that. And maybe I just need to, it's not like I'm looking down at the controller when I press buttons. But to me, like certain ones overlap. Like the X button on the PlayStation is the A button on the you know what I mean? So like if I'm like, oh, I have the Xbox controller, like I sort of automatically translate them a little bit. That might be the only one that would be really confusing is X. So are those guys, some of them were dead, but these guys just seem to be frozen in place. Not happy about the fact that I'm dealing with this guy on a ledge, but I am happy with how this... Oh, okay, there you go. This intelligence scaling blunt weapon is doing. See, now he's by a fire, so he doesn't lock up, right? Now I'm nervous that I've been missing high-level somber smithing stones. Because they're not glowing as much as I thought they would. Now I think I'm looking for 9s for the main weapons, Moonlight Katana. But it's good to pick up some 8s for when... like when I get the Reichard's sword or the endgame weapon. So you think that's like a helpful message, but in reality what I think that message is there to do is to actually obscure the visual clues for the smithing stone, right? So you're kind of like, oh, well, thanks, buddy. Not sure what I'm dealing with here, to be honest with you. Oh, there we go. 9s. If I can get a couple of those. That's a good start. Katana in this thing. Really no room to maneuver here. That definitely helps. Can't remember, did we fight one of the, like, a form of this in a, This is gonna be bad if I can't get up in time. Disappointing. So it makes me wonder, like, did I miss something on the way down since, like, you know, I wasn't seeing obvious visual cues for the smithing stones. Like this one. Sort of a weird, it's not that weird, but the scales are different for the weapons, right? So for magical weapons, it's 1 through 10. For the non-magical, it's 1 through, I think, 25. So the numbers don't line up the same way. So you think, like, oh, 8s, but maybe you need, like, 9 8s or whatever to get, you know, I don't know, making that up, obviously, but... That was just being greedy. But I am curious how to get by that gravity mage guy, because, you know, if he's bringing meteorite inside a phone booth, it's a little tricky to... Yeah, this is the thing, you know, I've said it before, you can't take anything for granted. Like, I was just like, oh, let me just power through this guy. If I get hit, I'll tank it and just blow him up, and that's not what happened. Nope, that was just bad timing. I was trying to counter him. I wonder what's, you know, since we're here. Looks like another one of those guys, though. I was curious how far I could get in the attack before they completely defrosted and could swing. This is going to be an interesting choice. Do I Somber Smithing Stone 9? The katana. Now this guy's not onyx like the other guy. I don't know if it's literally onyx, but you know what I mean. Basically, he's not bringing the magic, the gravity spells like the other guy does, so that was a little bit more manageable. I guess that's an alabaster lord. All right, I guess nothing there. Now, does that clear this area? Feels like it does, so it feels like the next... See, now here's the thing. I've got 22 grand. That is enough to upgrade something, right? Wonder how many I actually have. Nope. Nope. All those are the wrong buttons. Let's see what we got. We've got 7, 2 8s, and a 9. So we could do 1. You know what? Let me let me climb this ladder. I'm just curious, and I'm gonna ask for your patience for a moment. Let me tab over and let me Google somber stone 9 bell. I don't know, bell bearing. I'm just curious. How to buy. It's a lot of videos. I was just curious. Somberstone Miner's Bell Bearing, found on a body in the abandoned temple of Crumbling Farum Azula. Okay, so if I want to be able to buy, I guess 7, 8, 9, I need to go back to the tornado area. So okay, so that's good to know. And I guess it's a reason, you know, because at this point, you know, we could be hitting any of these areas, right? You know, because again, we're going to have like Rivers of Blood, Rykard's Sword. Moonlight Katana. I wouldn't mind upgrading this all the way. So we're looking at like 4 or 5 weapons that I'd love to get all the way. I mean, hell, plus 9's not bad, right? Alright, let's see how this one goes. All right, so there you go. I mean, I'm always kind of curious. First of all, I'm glad that's over. Second of all, it's kind of nice. Like, you see where you come in, you see just how far underneath the world. It makes you wonder if they actually... I guess they must track it, right? Because it's an open world. There's no loading. Because in some games, you know, like it sort of teleports you to another area of the map where they've built just a section you can go to that's completely separate. I don't know if... Alright, thank goodness. I thought that was triggering a boss fight, and I wanted to get this shortcut open first, and I nearly blew it. So given that, let me go upgrade and spend these souls before I die.
Lay out your arms.
Alright, so this is the tough choice. Let's see. 186, 156. It's like 242, 447. Just shy of 500. $368, $468. Oh, that's way more, right? It's not even close. Unless I did it wrong. On the right is, nope, I did do it wrong. So the right is not 2, it's 3. Yeah, I did the math wrong. So the other one was going to top over 500 easily. This one's 186, 286, 342, 547. So this is gonna, that would have gotten it up near 600. So that was probably the smarter option, but oh well. Yeah, I was trying to do the math quickly and stupidly in my head. So let's see what nightmare is down here for the boss now that we've unlocked the shortcut. I'm almost tempted to go back to Crumbling Azula just to go be able to buy Somberstone 9s. All right. I wonder how he would do getting a taste of his own medicine with this special power here. Okay, I'm not doing this very well. Did I survive that? No, I did not survive that. Okay. Now, I think last time when I fought the first Astal, I wonder which one's actually harder. I did it with... you know, I forgot what I was going to say. I do have magic resistance. I did it with the Rivers of Blood. That's what I was trying to say. So So I've got magic. I don't know if this is going to make much of a difference. As opposed to resisting. Not sure. I can't remember if he does any kind of frost or anything. That's what I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I don't know what the right move is here. I don't know if any of it's yeah, let's recover stamina speed, why not? Of course, again, I'm still not used to the idea that I have magic and I could probably be slinging it at him. I guess that was his tail. I didn't see what hit me, but it seemed like the rock sling at least did something. Tish is not doing anything. Ah, damn it. Alright, so I feel like Tish got a little bit going there, but wasn't amazing. I don't know if a mimic slinging rock slings I don't know if it would sling rock slings or if it would be doing something else. Nope. See, I don't feel like I'm taking advantage. I don't know what the range of rock sling is. Like, can it hit from this distance? No. Well, he teleported, so it's hard to say, but... Because I feel like I'm needing to get close, and that's not... I don't feel like Tish is doing much of anything here. Like, get in there with your range. Like, there you go. That's what you should be doing. Just do that over and over and over. Now I'm in a bit of a bind because there used to be a bug where this thing would spawn like 50 versions of itself. Can I hit it from here? I don't know if I did it or if that was Tish. But I'll take that spell. I'm starting to wonder, like, if there's a really good spell that you get for beating the Moon Lady. And I'm a little nervous that I didn't take it because I was like, I'm never going to have an intelligence of 70, but I've heard it's a pretty good spell to use against Melania. So I'm kind of, I guess I should double check. Did I spend it? And if so, like, did I take that spell? It's like the one where you cast like a giant moon. 120. So I feel like I should also ashes, materials. I want sorceries. Yeah, my fear is that I did not go for it. Or did I? That's it. Okay. Whew, okay. So that's another thing I could sort of work towards, right? So I'm going to jump over here. I'm going to level up. So if, that's the thing, like, how would I if I wanted to respec to be able to cast, like, insane spells, I would need somehow 20 more levels of just intelligence. Like, do you drop vigor and endurance down to 20 because you're a caster? You can see I'm at like level 115, so I imagine people beat the game at less, so I have a source seal that will give me a bonus of maybe 5 to intelligence. I've got a medallion that would probably jack it up another 5. Oh, it's not 70s anymore. Okay, let me pop another rune. I don't know if that's enough. Because now I've got strength endurance up to 30. I mean, not strength, vigor endurance up to 30. So I feel like this is a good number to hit. I could just start I could get mind up to 30 so I could have more FP, and then that would be another 25 levels. Which then puts me at level 140, which, you know, I guess is not crazy. But I do feel like people beat this game around now. Like, maybe not literally around now, but they can. Yeah, so I think, like, there's a way to, if you get over here, there's a way you can, like, jump off. And if you, because there's this Erd tree here, there might be a fight. And so it, you know, when you hit the ground, it'll say, like, you know, secret snow area. Do you want to revive at the Stake of Marika? And you tell them, yeah. And then you're down here. You can skip all of the medallions. Now, granted, you still have to get to this area, but you can then skip it. Nope. Did not have a melee weapon. No, look at that. Busting out the little... Maybe that's what they meant by holy. They use holy magic on you. This guy. Clearly, I didn't approach that very well. That's I'm actually getting distracted. I was trying to do the other side. But you know what? Let's do that next time. Let's call this, and then next time we'll keep going with where we were going. And we'll do this side for a little bit. That's where I was headed first, so we'll take care of that. So until next time, take care. Bye-bye.